It goes back to what we were talking about with chaotic events and eyewitness testimony.
Yeah.
That it's always screwed up.
Not reliable.
Not reliable at all.
No. No, and so what do we do about it? Because in the criminal justice system, back to our signal detection problem, right? You got the guy sitting there. Is he guilty? If he's really guilty and you find him guilty, then that's good. That's a hit, right? But if he's really innocent and you find him guilty, that's really bad, right? So we have this kind of what's called the Blackstone ratio of 10 to 1. Better 10 guilty people go free than that one innocent person be found guilty.
Yeah.
And so the criminal justice system has the same problem. Before DNA and some of that forensic evidence, it was all eyewitness, and it's terrible. So the Innocence Project has, as you know, exonerated, 300 and something people, many of them on death row for crimes they never committed. And that's the problem. Even like forensic stuff you see on CSI, the bite marks or the hair analysis or the fabric, even that's not very well tested and replicated.
No, in fact, Josh Dubin, who worked with the Innocent Project, talked about that. And he has a podcast on junk science and particularly discuss bite marks, about how you can tell people that it was a bite mark from a specific individual and they'll go with it. And then you can show them that absolutely is not the case. And, this is not like DNA evidence. It's not like something that is absolutely 100% true.
Even the polygraph, there's a reason it's not allowed in.
Oh, the polygraph's horseshit.
It's total horseshit.
Yeah, that's horseshit. When someone tells you they passed a lie detector test, like, congratulations, you're a sociopath.
That's right.
It doesn't fucking mean anything.
If you believe it,
yeah,
you're not going to give up the cues.
Also, like, you have to have a very specific response to like this question, and everyone's response to stimuli and stress, they vary. Some people are going to react in a certain way, but that's not indicative of evidence. Like, you can absolutely prove. Also, like, there was a woman who was convicted, I believe, in India of from fMRI data of a murder because she had knowledge of the crime scene. And so, like, I discussed this with a neuroscientist in America, and she was like, that is absolutely not evidence that person committed the crime. But if you are in a trial and you have knowledge of the crime scene because they've told you this is the case, this is what they're saying happened, and then they use this fMRI data to show that you have knowledge of the crime. Well, of course you have knowledge of the crime. You're about to go to fucking jail for something you didn't do, and they're telling you, it was Colonel Mustard in the library with a candlestick. Like, oh, look, through MRI data, we can show she knows about Colonel Mustard.
Right.
So I believe this woman was actually convicted.
There are people, neuroscientists, trying to figure out how to use MRIs to see if you can see if somebody's lying.
Yeah.
I think we're a long ways from that.
Long ways.
And I did a TV show once, 20 years ago for Fox Family, Exploring the Unknown, and we did an episode on the polygraph. So we found this guy, Doug Smith, who was now working. He was a former cop in Dallas, and he was working with defense attorneys, showing why the polygraph is bullshit. So he had the funniest story where he said, first day on the job, he got the training on how to do the polygraph. So his first day is his boss says, "Okay, we got the accused in there. We think he's the perpetrator. Go in there and do the polygraph test." So he does the thing. He comes back. "Well, boss, I think he's lying." And he goes, "Yeah, we know he's lying. They're all lying. Get in there and get the confession." He's like, "What?" "Yeah." "Tell him we know he's lying, and tell him we got his fingerprints too." "You mean you just?" "Yeah." It's like, oh
Jesus
my God.
Christ.
Yeah. So now, he gave up because he thought, oh, you mean this is like planting evidence in a way.